Yeah, I think you've hit the key word there. I think the key word is attachment. When it comes to money, the key word seems to be attachment. And if I go back into the times in my life when I've really struggled badly for lack of money, then if I think back, then I can see I was actually suffering from massive attachment at that time, and very much focus on my lack and focus on wanting to try to do something about it. And then those times in my life when money seems to not be an issue at all, they seem to coincide very exactly with when I actually don't have any attachment and I'm simply not bothered. I can remember one particular job I was doing, and it was very important for my training. It was medical pathology. I absolutely loved what I was doing, and I realised after a very short time I had absolutely no connection between what I was doing for the work and the money I was bringing in. And I'll laugh, because I'll give you a chance to laugh, because I'll actually reveal to you how much money I was earning. It was a long time ago. I was earning £11 a week. An absolute joke. That's what I was earning for being in medical pathology. And the funny thing is, with my complete lack of interest in money, within 9 months of starting that job, my salary had gone up for £11 a week. It's £22 a week. It's actually doubled in 9 months, from 1 peanut to 2 peanuts. But still, it was progress. But it was just, I just noticed that was the situation. I had absolutely no concern. I wasn't focused on this at all. I was living a very simple lifestyle, very basic. And then I'm drawn to speak about someone who I've recently been having communications with. And what was happening in that particular person's case is that they have a big project they want to raise money for, and they found a person that they thought was going to come up with the money. And they became very attached to this person and got into lots of conversation with this person. And they realised that actually it wasn't going to go anywhere, and yet the attachment was so strong that this person held on to that desire to have this person to be their source of their income. And lo and behold, it all fell into nothing. And then this person, she then chose from fixating on this one person to fixating on another person, and the same thing happened again. And it wasn't until she got to the point where she actually realised, and said with her own words, I can see what I'm going to have to do here is to actually cut the cord. And she cut the cord, and to use the words that occurred to me, when a person's in a situation like that where they've got a really strong attachment to the money coming from a particular source, if they can cut the cord of attachment to that particular source, then instead of trying to get peanuts and getting nowhere, they can then open themselves up to the coconuts which are waiting from the other direction. And it goes back to this very ancient principle which was manifested in my life, because I was a attender in the Society of Friends, the Quakers, for 8 years, and my big attachment was to become a recognised member of that religious organisation. And I did all the things you should do. I took all the steps, and right at the end of the process they actually denied me membership. Now if you go and research into the Society of Friends, you'll find it's very rare that a person is actually denied membership, but I'm one of the few that was. And at the moment that happened, it seemed like this door was being slammed in my face, and it hurt. And the funny thing is, within an incredibly short space of time of that particular door being slammed in my face, the door of shamanism opened, and as they say, I never looked back. So that's been my own personal learning experiences. When you get a point where something simply isn't working and a door closes, then your opportunities to open yourself to turn into literally a different direction without any attachment and just see what comes. And that's a place of power for an individual. And that letting go is challenging. It's not easy. I've certainly been there enough times to know how painful it can feel when actually the time is to let go of that particular direction. So I see this applying for money. I see it applying to other things too. So I'd like to commend a particular practice to you, which might seem like a strange one, but nonetheless this is what I recommend. If you go onto the internet and you look up vortexes, then one of the images you'll find will be a vortex of money, and it shows money pouring out of this vortex. Now what you can do with that is you can actually take that photograph image from your computer, you can print it off, and you can put it above your bed so that when you wake up in the morning you see this image. Now here's the key. The key is, so much of the time people go wrong because they get into all the attachment and all the desire and all the thinking. Now my prescription for this is totally the opposite. You wake up and you look at the picture and you don't think. You just look at the picture, laugh, smile, just be with the picture and have no intention, no attachment, nothing. Just simply see the vortex and see the money coming out of the vortex and see it as a pretty picture, nothing more, nothing less. Now, in the Western magical tradition, there's an explanation for this, and the explanation is lust for results. They say that many magical workings are actually disabled through lust for results. So the idea is, in the Western magical tradition, you do your magical process, whatever it's going to be, to bring whatever new quality you want into your life. And then when you've actually done your working, your little piece of ritual, your ceremony, you then forget it, watch a comedy, go out, have a drink with a few mates, or whatever you want to do to chill out and unwind, and forget all about it. And this seems to be the crucial part of the process. When you forget about what it is that you were wanting to manifest, it's so much easier for it to come in. So this is a practice I'm going to suggest that you could employ if there's ever any issues with money. Go on the internet, look up vortexes, and you'll see this wonderful picture of the money vortex. Make use of it as an image, and the idea is to not have any thoughts about it, but just to look at it, and if anything, just think it's funny, and then get up and go about your day and get on with your life. So those are a few simple suggestions which came up after I was asked a question about money, to which my first answer was, I've absolutely no idea what to say about it. Well, luckily, I may have no idea, but the guides and helpers have got their own opinions as always. So thank you guides, thank you helpers for your opinions, and thank you for the question. Cheers.